Hey, what's going on guys? It's Paul, and I've got a really interesting video for you guys to check out today. So earlier this week on my Ultimate Iron Man account, I got another Guthan skirt. That's my second one, and I didn't want to high alch it. You actually get, I think, 16% more GP if you sell the items to the Taibo 1A general store with Karanja gloves 1 or higher. So I knocked out my Karanja gloves and came down here, and a lot of my viewers showed up to possibly get the chain skirt in case they could get it cheaper. Unfortunately, whoever got it ended up paying 407k for it because he wasn't wearing Karanja gloves, which is actually more expensive than the item's worth. So I'm sorry, bud, rip to you. But anyways, that gave me an idea. I decided on my stream to try out a social experiment. And what I wanted to do was see what people would be willing to sell to the general store for other people to buy. Now, keep in mind, almost all of these items are going to be sold for maybe around 1% to 5% of their actual street values. And as you've already seen on the screen, you've seen Robin Hood hats, Sarah swords, Dragon pickaxe just go through. And it was really interesting to watch on my stream what was actually getting sold and what people were willing to let go of just for either attention's sake or to possibly give someone that's less fortunate an opportunity to get an item that is, may make their day, may make their bank. It was actually probably the coolest thing that I've done on old school RuneScape. It was insanely entertaining to watch. So for a while we sat at the Taibo 1A general store and did this, and after realizing, yeah, you may get more GP from it, but there's not a lot of slots open to actually sell things, we moved to the Lumbridge general store. Everything that we saw during this was anything from a massive amount of treasure trail items. You just saw 5 whips go through, Black Dragon Mask, which may not be worth that much, I'm not really sure, but anything you could think of. I have sped up some of the clips, I have slowed down some of the clips, and that's obviously just based on the value of the items and how much viewers reacted to it. The guy in the chat said he got the 5 whips for about 100k each, which is pretty interesting. Someone just made bank on Armado plate and skirt. Obviously, I don't think the same guy got both of them. But pretty insane to watch what actually went through. Unfortunately, some people did kind of get screwed on this. There were people that were selling maybe 10 rune plate bodies at a time, and someone would panic and buy all 10, and they'd actually pay between like 70 or 90k each for them. So they lost out a little bit of money. Some people were complaining about losing 500k or so, but it essentially turned into a type of casino. Try your luck to see if you're going to actually get an item. I know some people that were doing it were camping one slot in the general store and spamming mouse keys on that, or spamming auto hotkeys or whatever they were doing. Some people came in and dropped absolute bank and just took every treasure trail item or every barrows piece out of their bank and sold them all at once. So you see some really hyped up moments in here. Now I'm actually wondering how many items were just taken out of the game, because every minute one item from each slot in the general store that people sell, so that are not the global items, gets removed. So there could have been some of these items like the Kraken Tentacles, or maybe even happened to the Armado piece, though I doubt it, that was just removed from the game before anyone could even grab hold of it. But anyways, I think I'm going to try something like this out, or this event specifically out, every Sunday on my stream for about 30 minutes to an hour. If you guys have any suggestions of other social experiments like this that I can do, I know I've done random acts of kindness in my stream in the past, and this is kind of just another fundraising event like that for random people that have an opportunity to get some pretty interesting items on their accounts. But let me know in the chat what your ideas are, and check out the stream if you want to try this out on Sunday. Later, guys.